Hello and welcome back to Amy's Veg Garden, and today it's all about the tomato seeds, and these are all heirloom or open pollinated, so that way I can keep on saving the seed year after year, and that's it. I don't have to buy any more seeds. So what have I got? So I've got quite a different variety, because obviously if I'm going to keep on saving the seeds and keep on using these tomatoes, I wanted a different variety of types of tomatoes. So I've got some large plums, normal plum sized, yellow plums, we've got a beefsteak, just the cherry tomatoes, large cherry yellow ones. And then we've got this one. Now this one is called Nepal, and this is not as big as a beefsteak, but what it is it's from the Himalayas originally, and they say you can actually just cut them off green and then store them. I've got to look into it more about how you store them. Some people say upside down, some people say, you know, right side up, so I've just got to look into that. But that's really interesting for me, because if I can grow this one, and then what you do is you store it and then you bring it out into a more warmer environment, and then it will start to ripen up. And they say you can store it up to Christmas, so you can bring out the tomatoes then. So that one's called Nepal. And what I'm going to do with that one is this one I'm going to grow outside in the dolly tubs, and I'm also going to do a second sowing of this one, because all these will be finished round about the end of August. So if I can start another sowing of these around about June, then hopefully I can actually just store them here for the time being, as they start to grow, and then at the end of August I can put them into the greenhouse, and hopefully we can then get more green tomatoes which we can store later on, right the way through to maybe even January. This really is an experiment. Most of my stuff is experimental, but this is. So what we're going to do is, like I say, this one's going in the dolly tub, and then I've got this one. This one is the German tumbling tomato, Garten Pearl maybe. So I'll put that on the bottom of the screen. So that's going to be a tumbling one. So I'm going to have that in front on the dolly tub, so that can just tumble over. Maybe even 3 of them per dolly tub. And then with one of these Nepal behind it, on some trellis maybe, just to allow it to climb up, because that is a vine one. So looking forward to these. Again, quite a lot of these are from Victoriana nurseries, and the rest are from real seeds, except for this one, which is from sow seeds. Right, so that's covered the 2 that I'm going to do in the dolly tubs outside. So they're the only ones I'm going to cover at the moment that I'm going to do outside. And then these 7 are going in the greenhouse. So it's going to be really tight in there. And this is what I did last year. I did them in 7.5 litre, and I literally had them that far apart, maybe a little bit. I think it was just about 400, so I'm right on the limits of the rules. And then what I did was, when I grew them, I potted them on once into the small tubs and let them go really leggy. So then I just, I don't know whether that's quite in shot, so I'll just move it over here. So then what I did was a little bit of soil in the 7.5 litre, only about 1 inch, and then potted it right the way down here. So it had all that as a root system then. So that worked out really well. And what I'm going to do is just show you the clip from one of my June videos last year, where at the end of June I topped them all off, because it just had become such a jungle in there. So this is the clip now. I'm finally going to be topping off these tomatoes, just to put a thing on the size of them. It's a jungle. I've made a right mess, haven't I? Hold on a second. Right, so what I did when I did them so close was I sort of followed this rule of if it's got 10 leaves on, then I can start taking off the bottom one. And so every time it had 10 leaves on, I could take one of the bottom leaves off. So I just kept on aerating the plant at the bottom. So like I say, it worked well for me last year. Fingers crossed for this year. So I've got 7 and they are all vine tomatoes. This one is going right at the back and this one's called Harry's Italian Plum. Now this one, it grows to about 6 inches and usually, according to Victoriana website, is they grow in pairs. So if you go onto the website, you'll actually see what they were originally going to call them. And this is got quite a bit of heritage about it. It came, a refugee from the Second World War came over with the saved seed and he kept hold of it and kept on growing it, and then he passed it on to the head teacher at the school that he was working at the time, and so he carried on using it, and then it went to Victoriana nurseries. So that one was apparently a really good, a good cooking one, as well as you can just use it in salads as well, apparently. Really tasty. Then we got this one. This one is Long Tom. Now this one gets up to 9 inches long. Again, a great cooking one, but also obviously you can use it in salads. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do ones I can really use for cooking, so I can preserve a lot of it and hopefully have some storage, but also have the normal tomatoes for the summer season as well. So yeah, that one gets to 9 inches. And then, because I'm colour coordinating as well, they're red. The next one is the orange banana. So that one's orange. And that's a good sized plum. That was really good. We grew that last year and that was really good for preserving as well as just eating them raw. Then we got the traditional San Marzino, which is the one that is in most of the tins of plum tomatoes that you get in the shops. So that one's next. And then we start getting on to, so they're 4 plums. Mostly they're going to be used for the cooking. Then we go on to more of the cherry tomato. So this one is the Jen's Tangerine, so that's more of a tangerine colour. And that is a nice size one. We use that both as in cooking and in salads and just having it on toast and everything else that you do with the tomatoes. And that's what I'm going to really look forward to, especially these, is to, you know, have a flatbread. One of these long tomatoes getting grilled with bits of mozzarella on top and some basil. So I'm really looking forward to all these. So yeah, I'm waffling again, aren't I? Right, Jen's Tangerine. Yeah, that's, so again, going in different colours as well. So again, hopefully it will look nice when, you know, you go into the greenhouse, because it is a garden at the same time. Yes, so that's Jen's Tangerine. And the next one is Chadwick Cherry. And I grew that one again last year. And I'll, you know, I don't know, I'll do a close-up. Actually, see if we can do a close-up. That's how many seeds I've got from last year from saving the seed. So that's why I want to keep on saving the seeds, because I'll just have abundance of these saved seeds. And in my next video you'll see the early tomatoes that I've already started. Near enough all the seed germinated. So I've got plenty of early tomatoes. I'm going to have to pass them on to somebody or just keep on trying to find space to grow them. So yeah, this one is Chadwick Cherry, and that's another red fine tomato. And then I've got this one, Carmelo. Now this is a beefsteak one. Again, we were looking forward to this one. It's great for cooking, but also I just imagine having this one sliced up as a tomato sandwich and stuff like that. So again, yeah, Carmelo. So again, looking forward to that. So we've got, that's a nice variety that is, with, you know, the real long plum ones that basically look like a long sweet pepper. The banana plum ones to the beefsteaks, and the cherry tomatoes. Right, so yeah, definitely tomatoed out now. So yeah, I think that's a real good variety, and with them, like I say, being heirloom and open pollinated, then being able to save the seed for all these and just continuously doing that for the next couple of years, unless I go onto another website and start finding more. But hopefully all these really taste nice and really work well. So let me know what you're growing in the way of tomatoes. It's like this big obsession here. You know, what seeds are you growing? What tomatoes are you growing? Yeah, that's it. I'm tomatoed out. Right, so next video we'll be doing the early tomatoes, planting them on, and the peppers, and also the basil. I've done quite a bit of basil. Started that off, so I'll be potting that one up. So like I say every time, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you again.